Hey everybody, Stacy here with Pageantry Now, and I have on one of my friends getting ready to take off. Literally, I think tomorrow morning we'll ask her about it for Mrs. Galaxy in Texas at Sandahl Taylor, who's Mrs. Pennsylvania Galaxy. She's going to come on, and we're going to talk all about what she's done, what she's going to do, why she does this crazy thing called pageantry. She's been on before; you guys have seen her. I'm excited to be able to share her story. So stick with us here, Pageantry Now. Hey everybody, Stacy. So happy to have all of you here. Like I said, we've got Sandahl Taylor on, and she's going to talk all about her quest for the title of Mrs. Galaxy International. So she's going to come on in just a second. But before we have her on, I just want to tell you a little bit about Pageantry Now. We're all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders do using a crown and a sash to change their world. I do see people loading in. So if you're here and you'd like to ask questions, we really appreciate the conversation. So, be part of it. Just make sure that when you ask questions that you do keep them PC, because we do have kids that watch and we want to make sure that it's appropriate for them. And then you can always listen to, because we do have a podcast. So with that all being said, let's just go have some fun. So here we go. Hi.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, Ralph's in the house.
Yeah. Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right. So I know I could talk tons about you, but why don't you explain who you are?
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandahl Taylor. I am the current Mrs. Pennsylvania Galaxy 2021 and now 2022. And I am actually leaving on Tuesday, very, very early in the morning. I have a very early call time at the flight. I have to get up and leave for the airport at 4 a.m. And I'm going to be traveling to the Galaxy International Pageant in McAllen, Texas. And I am so excited. I am pumped. You can actually see it right here on my board.
I was like, what's the board? Okay, show us the board one more time. Hold on. Look, there you go.
It's all blacked out for my travel, and I even have it like all over my notes on the side too. All Galaxy this month.
So it's important to have a calendar to be able to get yourself, because I know you've been busy like doing tons and tons of appearances, and then you've got 2 kids and a husband and a job, and like balancing this whole crazy pageant thing is bananas. So let's talk the question. I know I've asked you the question before. You probably now can say it in your sleep. Do you like frogs? Why or why not?
I do love frogs. Stacy, you should already know that I am a true Disney princess nerd at heart. So I do believe that you have to kiss a few frogs to find your prince. And I happen to have done just that and married my amazing husband, Kenneth, who is, I call him my knight in camouflage armor because he is a U.S. Army veteran. And I love him. So yes, I like frogs.
Yay. He's your Sherpa.
Yes. Pageant Sherpa. But he will not be with me in McAllen. But that's okay, because we have been adopted by other families, and all of the misses that are not having their husbands or families coming, we're just going to be pageant wives together, and it's just going to be a really, really fun time. So I'm actually excited to just meet some of these other queens and just kind of love each other for the whole week.
Yeah, you've already met some of the queens. So let's talk about like you've actively gone to as many of the pageants that you could, and I know that you have met some of the queens and some of the outgoing queens before. So let's why do you want to travel all around the world seeking this amazing title?
I love the Galaxy system. So yes, a year ago, the Galaxy International system had their sister system, the Best Latina pageant, and then they hosted the Littles Galaxy. So that was for the younger divisions. And so I actually traveled to McAllen last year to see all of the girls compete because I wanted to just support my sister queens. And then a few months later, I traveled to the Canada Galaxy pageants to volunteer and do hair and makeup for their event. It was just a really good time. And I figured, why not cross the Canadian border for the first time in my life as Mrs.
Really?
Pennsylvania Galaxy. So it was fun.
I didn't realize it was your first. Well, I mean, I say that like I haven't been to Canada since I was a kid, so I shouldn't really say that. But I would think that in Pennsylvania you would have had more. Although I don't know. Again, I haven't been out of the United States since I was a kid, so
And you know what? I honestly didn't even realize how close of a drive it really was. Like I knew it was close, but I didn't realize for me to actually go to the Canada Galaxy pageants, it took me 5 hours.
that was
And
closer
for
than New
me,
York.
well, so for me, yeah, it's actually closer than New York City. And
Hmm.
it took me 4 hours to get to Niagara Falls just the other day. So an hour more, and I would have been at the Canada Galaxy pageant, which was really fun.
There
So
you go.
now that I know, they're probably going to see me a lot more.
Cool. That's cool. And I know that you were offering to come down for Fatima for Galaxy for Florida Galaxy too, but the pageant got postponed. So maybe we'll see you in October or November.
Correct. That is on my schedule. It's not up here because it's August. So
Because that is
check
just
back.
August's schedule. So we
Check
do.
check back.
So what do you do when you're planning for past August, the month that you're in? How do you keep track of it?
So this is just in my bedroom, in my closet. As you like to know, I have all my interviews in my closet.
Oh, that's true. Oh, are you serious? Hold on. All
Yes.
the interviews are in your
Yep.
closet.
Yep. This is my closet right behind me. So yes, all of my interviews are in my closet because this is where I go for my happy place, and it's where I go when I need a little bit of quiet and my kids are still home and they respect the fact that I am in an interview, or I'm just working on queen-like things, or just mom just needs their space. And so I always go to my closet to do my interviews just because it's right next to everything that I like to do. So my board for August actually doesn't have as much as it should on it because we just put it back up because I might have broke it from hanging it up and down so much. But very important things because it's my anniversary
Saying that
month.
it broke? I thought you were talking about like.
No, I actually did break like one of the hanging pegs on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I need a new board. And
Okay.
of course, my anniversary is coming up. So my husband and I are celebrating our anniversary on the 16th, but he also is taking a really important certification test. So we have that down here too, because, we have to have a combo. So my husband's important stuff is on
All
there.
I see is the ring light. So we're
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me move the ring light.
There it is.
It's over there.
So you see it. Oh no, but don't make it drop.
Yeah, don't make it drop again. So we try to just keep this going, and then also to the side it says "Take wife to get new family photos." So that's like a little side reminder for my husband because one of my favorite gifts during our anniversary is that we try to get a new family photo. Because my kids are getting so big, they just went from this to. So I need new family photos.
Your son is in middle school now. He's not. Hold on a
He's
second.
in high school.
No
My son is in high
way.
school. Yeah, so my son is in ninth grade, but he's actually been in junior high school. So where I live, junior high school starts at seventh grade, and
Yeah.
they have junior high school for seventh grade and eighth grade, and then the regular high school for ninth through 12th. So he's actually starting high school, and he's in ninth grade.
Oh, that's so cool. Ralph says, "Good luck at the pageant. If you see Danielle and Adrian, give them his Ralph's regards." Thanks, Ralph. I'm sorry. I know you said you had a really bad headache earlier, so I hope you feel better. Thanks for
Hope you
being here.
feel better.
Oh, sorry. All right. My puppy just decided that he needs to be in the other room. So tell us about why you got involved in this crazy thing called pageantry and when.
So I joined pageantry whenever I was a Mrs. I never did pageants when I was younger. I was doing work in the local community, and one of the directors for the America system at the time reached out to me and noticed all the work that I was doing in the community and said to me that she actually thought I would make a great pageant queen. And I kind of looked at her and I was like, I'm not quite sure about that. And so I just decided to take a leap of faith, and I entered my very first pageant in 2015, where I was proud to say I took the Home the Interview Award and First Runner Up Award that year, and that was for the Mrs. Pennsylvania America Beauty Pageant. And then I have been competing ever since, and now I found my home at the Galaxy System. It took me 5 years to join the Galaxy system after watching them and talking your ear off about them and talking to Crystal and all of the other formers. But I finally decided to do it in 2021, and here we are, about to head off.
That's craziness. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. Like, I mean, and that, I think that's one of the pieces of like all of this is that not every system is going to be the right fit for you. So you can be successful in a system and still walk away from it and go, that didn't hit the right spot. So like you can still, you know, I had a long talk about this yesterday, was, you know, finding what is the right fit for you, because not everybody, not every person fits into the same systems. You know, when I was younger, I did Mrs. America, and I, I think you have to be younger to do Mrs. America. So when I came back to pageantry, I was like, let's try something else. So I think it's cool that you have found a place that you feel safe and that you know, I mean, not that you didn't flourish in that environment, but this is a different environment. And
yes, and I've loved all of my pageant journeys. As you mentioned, I've had really good relationships throughout each system that I competed at. And I was just really proud to, you know, first and foremost, you know, win my first ever title. That took me, you know, a long time. My daughter actually won her state title before I did, which most people don't. Yeah, so she won her first ever Little Miss Pennsylvania title before I ever won a title for Pennsylvania, which was so cool. But we got to share the journey together. And then, as you know, Stacey, you know, I had the honor and privilege of representing my dad and my heritage as Miss Germany World, which was an experience that was once in a lifetime. But now, you know, just to come back and represent Pennsylvania for the first time in over a decade at Mrs. Galaxy is really cool to be able to say that.
Yes. So it's cool. So let's talk about, I mean, I kind of know some, I know way more than when most of my guests come on, because we've been friends for several years. So my husband was like, you guys are just going to talk about all of your stuff. So yes, of course we are. So one of the things that we have spoken about is been your journey. So as Mrs. Pennsylvania, where have you been?
I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. No, I had to do that. I love singing like randomly. So hopefully, if I get asked that question in an interview, the judges won't mind, because I
Maylee was singing in her evening gown. I don't know
Yeah.
if you watched her evening gown video.
Yes, I love that.
Was
And
like,
she sang during our mock too, which was amazing on spot. So she's a fantastic singer, and I hope I get to meet her one day. So I've actually been.
you actually met her. You met her in New York.
I did meet her in New York briefly, but I want to actually be able to like hang out with her. Yeah, you know, really get to know her, just because I've heard so many wonderful things about her from you. I've been to 9 states as Mrs. Pennsylvania Galaxy. I've been all the way up and down the East Coast. So I actually did a 9-state tour this year, and I started in Pennsylvania and I went all the way down to Florida, and visited each state. And then I was able to go to Canada in person, to the Canada Galaxy pageant. I made my way to also virtually, through to a bunch of different states as well, and countries. And then, as you know, I was able to send 473 books to Kenya, partnering with all the Galaxy MBS Latina contestants this year. So I've been everywhere.
And if you actually go flying from Pennsylvania to Texas, there's like another 6 states between that. So, I mean, you know, just saying.
So I only count the states that I've actually either done the work in or physically stepped foot in of where I've gone. And I prefer to only count the states where I've actually set in and done the work, because I feel like that's really the impact that I want to leave as a title holder. So I try to leave out like the stopping, because yes, you go over a bunch of states when you travel.
I'm just kidding.
I love it, because me and my husband actually have a map in our other room of all the places that we went, and we all have different colors. And he's like, I have more colors than you, but all of Pennsylvania is covered for me. So I'm like, you better get on it. So it's just it's funny that you said that, because he's gone a bunch of different places being in the military. So I got to catch up.
I've lived in Florida like cumulatively 30 years. And honestly, I've got to be honest, like I've been to like, I've been through cities, so like we drive to Disney, but like Orlando and Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Sanibel and Tampa, like that's it. Like I haven't like so I've driven through the entire state. Oh, Key West, sorry, everything in the Keys. But I've driven through everything. It's a very long state, as opposed to where when I lived in Texas and when times I was Mrs. Texas, I have seen all of Texas. So I don't know how it. I mean, the length of the states are about the same. Well, not the width though. Texas is huge. You can't see this way. Florida's small, but it takes from Miami to just out to get out of the state of Florida is almost 12 hours. It's a couple of days, you come
Yes.
hang. And during a hurricane, 24 hours, depending. Did I never tell you that?
And I know whenever I drove down there, yes, we talked about the hurricane down there. And I know when we talked about as well, when I drove down there, it actually took me a lot longer to get to Florida. So it took me a full 24 hours to get down to where we were going, which was in the like closer to where you are. We actually went to Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
That's cool. All right. So what is your platform? Why did you choose your platform? I know all of these things. I'm wearing red. So tell me about it.
My platform actually chose me. I've said that since I realized what a platform actually was. My platform is Heart Health Awareness, and I focus on 3 areas. I focus on mind, body, and soul. So for mind, I focus on simple tips and tricks that you can do every single day in your life to become more heart healthy. For body, I focus on the exercise piece. So giving people one tip that they can do to make themselves more heart healthy in exercise format. And then when I say soul, I talk about meditation and mindset when you do that. And then the other component is CPR training. CPR can save somebody's life. If you do hands-only CPR, it can actually increase somebody's life expectancy by 30%. And if done correctly, full CPR that's done right when someone's going into cardiac arrest can even double or triple their chance at survival. So it's really important to me because over my life, I've had a lot of people affected by heart disease. Most of you know by now, my father had a heart attack and stroke in 2005. And then in 2020, after he got over COVID, he actually passed away due to his underlying heart condition. And then today is actually the 7-year anniversary of one of my best friends passing. His name is Donovan Wilburn, and he passed away from sudden cardiac arrest as well. And so those were 2 out of many people in my life that were really affected, but it was really the beginning of why I started even having heart health. And I've been working with the American Heart Association for over 19 years, and I plan on continuing educating for a really long time.
Well, you also have experienced cardiac issues yourself, correct?
Correct. I have something called MVP, and it does not stand for most valuable player in my case. So I have mitral valve prolapse, which basically is a leaky valve. And I'm blessed and grateful that my valve does not have regurgitation. So what that means is that my blood in my heart is actually where it's supposed to be. With regurgitation, the blood in your valve can actually be where it shouldn't be. But I still have to be really careful about how I work out, watching my heart rate. I have to wear a heart monitor. And for an entire year and a half, I actually wasn't able to work out at all. So, it's taken me a long time to get back to where I was mentally, physically, emotionally since I found out about that. And I still have to watch every single day.
It's awesome. It's always a journey when you've got any type of heart issue because I find that is a balancing act that is like nothing else because you think we kind of take for granted until you hear, oh, that there's an issue with your heart, that everything's going to be okay. So I know those fears. Like I don't train, I don't work out without a trainer. I don't do anything without my heart rate monitor. I remember I was talking about it the other day. Like I had one of the original heart rate monitors that you had to wear across your chest years ago. And that was before I had a heart issue so that I could stay when I trained and I worked out. So I knew like where my optimal burn was. Now I'm like, okay, nope, we're at 130, not going to do any higher than 140 because, then my defibrillator will go off and that's not fun.
Yeah. I've learned to not wear my heart monitor in the interview room. So I will, yeah, because it will go off. So I now take my heart rate right before I go in, and I know when I come out, it will come back down. So I now do that. I promise. I do check it. So I literally
just sit there and just do this. And I swear to you, it drops your heart rate. So it's finger. Yes, it releases endorphins into your brain that tells your brain to relax. So if mudras are finger yoga, but if you do this, and then we do it with the kids, but we say peace begins with me, and it releases pressure points so that it tells your brain to relax. And I thought it was not.
I like that.
So you can be sitting in interview and just like have your hands behind your back. No one needs to see it. And that tells your brain to go, oh, no, it's fine. And it drops your heart rate anywhere from 10 to 30 points.
Wow. I love that tip, Stacey. I'm stealing that for my tips and tricks. I love that.
Who would have thought? Like, and I thought I didn't, but that was one of the things I started training to teach yoga in January, and that's really been how Mike walks up to me. When I'm stressed out, he goes, "Stacey, look at me. Peace begins when my heart rate goes up." Then he uses it to reset my brain. So
I think that's amazing, though, to have a partner that can not only identify when you're out of your element, but also know something that can get you back in your element. And, we have to remember that sometimes, we, as women, we're the hub of everything. So our minds go a million miles a minute. But I know what that's like to have someone who's supportive. So shout out, Mike. No.
Yeah. He's like, wait, Sandahl from New York? And I was like, yes.
Yeah. The same one that he had to rescue. Yes, that one.
Should we tell that story?
We could tell that story. Tell that story. So Stacey and I met in New York Fashion Week. I was actually helping a designer bring dresses to showcase in New York. And Sandahl had never parked in New York. And yes, Sandahl is referring to herself in the third person right now because it makes for a great story.
It was an out-of-body experience for everybody. I just need to say that. So you might as well be referring to yourself in the third person. Go.
It was. And so I parked in New York, and I know that I parked correctly. However, because I was traveling from Pennsylvania and I had to be home from work, I was like, all right, I'm just going to walk back to my car right now. And so I walk back to where I parked my car, and my car is not there. So it did get towed, and I could not fight the tow because I would have had to wait till Monday morning. So Stacey's husband actually effortlessly rescued me and took me to get my car out of the tow lot, and a lot of other things that he did not have to do that night. But thankfully, he was able to keep not only me calm, but Stacey calm, because I had no one else up there to help me, and I didn't even know where to go. So, I think that moment definitely brought us closer. But it's definitely something we're never going to forget.
The thing that was funny is he's like, it's just like in GTA. Like, I was like, oh my God, Michael. Because he was super excited the whole entire New York trip. He was like, oh, this is in this movie, and this is in this, and this is in Grand Theft Auto. And then I was like, okay, let me know when you're done. But even Maylee and Rich were like, okay, we've never seen him this animated before. So when he came back from the tow place with you, he's like, you're not going to believe it. It's right next to blah, blah, blah. And I was like, is everybody okay? That's all I care about.
Yes, we were definitely okay. And I made it home safely and soundly. Lots of money later. That's all we're going to say. I've never experienced a trip. So Sandahl learned her lesson. We're just going to fly to New York or take the bus. Never driving ever again.
Take the train, whatever other transportation is not a car. So
yes.
So all right. So what has been your favorite experience in pageantry, and why? Oh, I got an itch. Sorry. In pageantry, and why?
I would say just the ability to go and hammer out the mission of what I want to accomplish. I love being able to showcase that working queens are still out there, and being a Mrs. is something even more important. A lot of people tend to think that there are stereotypes in pageantry, so actually getting out there and doing the work, going in the community, showcasing, not only can you be married, you can have kids, you can not have kids, you can have a spouse, you can have a partner, and still do these amazing things, I think is really what's been important to me. This system alone has given me opportunities that I never thought that I would be able to have, like going to Canada, for instance. And had it been for Galaxy, who knows if I would have even made it over there. So I'm really just grateful to be a part of this system and get down there and just see everybody in person. And I just cannot wait to get off that plane.
You're gonna have so much fun. I mean, honestly, and it really is fun. I mean, you went last year, so it wasn't as close to what it's like because all three pageants happen. Historically, it's Pieza Latina that happens with the Junior Galaxy Queens or the little Galaxy Queens, and then it's Teen, Miss, Ms, and Mrs. But the parties that you guys have are all together. So there's the white party where everybody dresses in white, except for the reigning queens who dress in black, and meaning that the international title holders. And everybody has a big party and they get together and they have fun. There's a PJ party. It's designed so that you get to really get to know each other. And I know you guys have already had this chat going on where you guys are all talking independently. So like, what is that like virtually? Because I think that this whole thing has changed for everybody. Some of the title holders have been title holders since 2020, and they've been waiting this whole time. Their titles have even changed. Their marriage, like with a couple of the title holders, like Regine, she went from Ms. to Mrs. in the midst of the pandemic because I don't know, she fell in love. Go figure. What's that all about? So what are you looking forward to?
It's been amazing. And you're right. There are Galaxy girls that have had their titles now for 3 years. I've had my title now for over 470 days. Can you tell I'm counting? So a little bit over a year, and just a little under a year and a half. So I've had it since last April in 2021. And that's when I announced my title. So that's what I'm going off of. And I told the story the other day. I actually thought it was an April Fool's joke because I got the word on April 1st that I was actually selected. And so I was like pinching myself. I was like, is this real? And then I had to double check it and make sure that it wasn't fake before I announced it, because I really was like, somebody's got to be playing a trick on me. So I waited a few days just to make sure that I wasn't coming back. And then I announced it on International Pageant Day, which was April 6th of last year. So it's been amazing. I've talked to a lot of the Galaxy girls virtually. A lot of them have participated in my online social media movements, and also I've participated in their online social media movements. So of course we have a Galaxy chat going. We have a Mrs. Galaxy chat going. I've been talking to the girls from the UK, Ireland. I've been talking to the Bahamas director. I've even reached out to her. Of course, my Canada girls. I always say I'm semi-adopted by the Canada team because I love that I got to go up there and make really good friends with them. So it's just really nice being from the East Coast that I'm so close to them. And of course, the girls that are coming from the US. So we have the Wisconsin team who's coming. We do have a couple other girls from Illinois coming, the West Coast coming. So there's a bunch of girls that I've been seeing them all get down there early because they're international. So I'm just really excited. And you mentioned two fun things that I'm looking forward to was the white party, but this year we're actually getting a taco party too.
Really?
Yep. And a pool party. So I'm really excited because there's always
I always forget about the pool photo shoot too, because you guys are going to do the pool photo shoot.
Yep. So we're going to actually be doing this year. I'm not going to tell you all, but there is a overall. You're just wait till you see these poolside glam photo shoots that we're doing.
You need to like live from there, so like I can be like, what's going on? Because I wanted to go, and it's not feasible with gymnastics. My business gets super busy during the summer, and in the past, when I was able to go and was able to cover it and judge, I was able to get coverage, but things are different now. Like the business is a whole lot bigger, and I can't just go, all right, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. And I thought about it the other day, about a week and a half ago. I looked up the prices, and I was like, nope,
Yes.
nope.
The flights are crazy. But I do know that normally Holly from the UK, the director, typically goes live. And I'm sure there's going to be a few other directors going live, and there might even be a live link. So if there is, I'll definitely share it with you guys. And of course, Stacy, that you as well. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm excited for all of it. The white party is definitely I'm looking forward to, just because that's really where you get to just have fun and let loose. But we get the pajama party. They may or may not be linked to. I released a little snapshot of my travel bag that says, "Can you see what's in my bag?" And there was like a little sneak peek in there. So if you go back and look at that post, you might be able to figure out what my pajamas are themed after, because I do have themed pajamas.
Ooh.
Yeah, and just all of it, every single thing I'm looking forward to. So I can't wait.
One of my sister queens, Dr. Haley Nelson, Dr. California America, made me my very own Ms. Achievement World pajamas, and I was like, with Mickey Mouse on them. So I was like, so like they're in my bag. So like they're my. I guess I have to go have a pajama party with somebody.
Well, we should do that, Stacey. We should host a virtual
pageantry
pajama.
now.
Yeah, pageantry now, pajama party. It's down. Okay, should I put it on my calendar for August?
No, I need a minute to recover. I still have not. I know everybody's like, "Oh, the pageant was last week," and I'm like, "Was it last week? The week before? Last week? See, it's a blur. Last week. I don't even know what day it is. I do not.
That's okay. When we're going into September, we can look and even further. But now that it's right here, we can get that. Make sure.
Maybe we should do like something right, like Miss Congeniality, like right before Miss USA or something.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
I think we can talk about it. So, anyways, all right. So, what, like, because your kids are not coming, Ken's not coming. So, like, how is that going to be?
It's going to be awesome. Because let me tell you why. I love how everybody laughs. Let me
Sorry.
So you know that part of the Galaxy competition is photogenic, right?
Yes.
So I decided that I wanted to include them in some way, even though that they couldn't be there. So first and foremost, I always take a picture of my family with me, an actual printed photo. So that's a way. But for photogenic, I was really having a hard time deciding between two photos. So I entailed the family, and I was like, pick between these two photos, and they put it in a sealed envelope. And I am not opening that envelope until I get down to.
No way. Are you serious?
Yep. So it's just
you don't even know which one it is?
Nope.
Of the two that you sent me?
Nope. I have no idea. And my husband submitted the virtual copy that I needed, because we had to submit a virtual copy for the virtual judges. So I have an idea of which one it might be, because my husband told me which one he liked. And we did mount them both. But I had to convince him to either tell me which or send the one that he picked so that I can send it to Maria virtually. So that was really fun, just involving them. So yeah, even though they're not coming, they're gonna watch it on the big screen. We even talked about setting up the projector, because my husband's in IT, so you just never know what's gonna end up happening at my house. But I'm excited for them to be able to see it, and we are just doing a lot of things that involve them in the planning process.
I have to live stream it, because I usually last year I watched and I covered it, I think, as it was happening. So, and then the year before that it didn't happen, and the year before that I was there. So, we got to get on this. Oh, okay, all right. So, what's the goal as Mrs. Galaxy? What do you want to be when you grow up?
What do I want to be when I grow up? No. Mrs. Galaxy for me is all about the legacy. Crystal Cavey left some really big shoes to fill, being a 3-year title holder, as all of the title holders this year have done. So for me, it's all about carrying forth that legacy. To me, Crystal left the legacy of reaching out to someone who thought that they weren't good enough, which was myself, and that's what I want to project. So I want to do that through in community and virtual events. In the community, I want to host free haircut events and heart health events where anybody can come and attend, and I have some plans to do that. And then virtually, I want to continue my Galaxy Goes Right campaign with the Bayes Latina sisters and continue the book drive that I already started. But I do have a goal to hopefully double that number next year. And I want to be able to include all of the systems with that, because what I love about the Galaxy system is that they really do promote that anybody can be a Galaxy girl. It doesn't matter what shape you are, what size you are, how old you are, what walk of life that you come from. There is a title and a division for you. And so I really want to continue that message, because if I would have known about the Galaxy system, Maria would have been stuck with me a long time ago.
That's the one thing that I love about the system, is that it really is, the queens really love Maria, and she really loves her queens back. One of the pictures that Crystal showed was her getting her official Galaxy crown, because the tradition is that you get an actual Galaxy crown that's jewelry that you get to wear. And I gotta say that as a girl that's been doing pageants for a long time, I look at it and I go, I want that.
It's so beautiful.
But
and
she loves them, and we love her. And the necklace is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous and it's stunning. And, these queens have earned it. That's for sure. Having been a title holder for 3 years, and an international title holder at that, I'm sure took dedication and time. And I know that I can say that because I've watched all of the girls and seeing just how much love that they have, not only for the system, but for Maria and us as well. It's really amazing when they really say Galaxy is the family. It's a family. You're muted.
I'm muted. Sorry. I said I went out. I zoomed in on you, and then you finished the thought because my brain wasn't working. My part of my brain was like, lean in so we can see the crown.
Oh, it's a little crooked right now. There we go. I've been leaning to the left. Look how pretty it is.
The big crown is even better. Have you seen the big? Oh, yes, you have seen the big crown.
Yes, I have. And they're beautiful. It is on my opposite wall. I have a picture of it. I know. It's because I'm sitting in my room right now. I have a picture of the Galaxy crown hung up right beside where I go to sleep at night. So every night at night when I take my glasses off, I actually look at that crown and print it. I have it printed out, and then I also have it hanging up in my bathroom so that when I get ready in the morning, I can just see that right there.
Oh my gosh. Talk about visualization. That's awesome.
Visualization right there.
Visualization. There you go. And mine's here. I get to see it whenever I'm in the office. I did keep it on my bedstand for the longest time, but it's so big that it got in the way for a while. I was like, okay, we're gonna move it in the office. So it has its case. But it's not like I'm not in here all the time anyway, so I see it all the time. But I for the first 3 months, I woke up every morning and I went, oh, hi. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. So this one has a case, but it does for when I first got it, because they didn't have it at first. I got it where I went down to McAllen in last August. I literally did not want to take it off. It went with me everywhere. I've actually lost a few stones from how much it's traveled down here.
That means it's working.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. It's all right. It's like,
a working crown has lost some stones. That means that the crown was working.
So it's been really great, and I just keep it here. Just wore it for a long time. Right, so I understand that.
What song are you going to be dancing to? Like what?
I don't know yet. We don't know the opening number yet. So
really, you don't know it yet?
Nope, not yet.
Oh,
I think Maria has it picked out for sure by now, but I don't know what it is yet, and I'm okay with that. Find out when I get down there. Work it out.
It's always a blast. Like that was one of she showed videos of us dancing on stage as the judges. Like, so nothing better than being a judge and being like, come on up here. And I'm going, who? You, us, me? You want? Okay. So up on stage we went and salsaing we did. So yeah, that's because it's a party. Everybody should be having fun.
Hey, listen, if I can salsa for Pittsburgh's Dancing with the Stars, you can salsa, and everybody can salsa. So you can do it. Trust me. Because I thought it was going to be very difficult, but I love dancing. I've been a dancer since I was very young. And I have a tattoo actually just that means born to dance, which is hidden on my ankle. And so,
Really?
yeah, it's in Japanese kanji. Yeah. And so I like to make up stories about what it actually means. Sometimes I tell people it means ketchup because I'm from Pittsburgh.
It means the queen is in the house.
Hello, Danny.
Oh, Danny, I feel like we should send you the link so you can join us. Do you want to come, Dan? Sorry, I don't want to take away from you, Sandahl. I haven't talked to her.
If you want, the more the better.
Danny, are you there, babe? Are you already in McAllen? Sorry. It's Ms. Galaxy Wales, Danny Latimer. She's
That's
awesome.
okay.
She was UK, and then as the transition happened, she became. Oh my gosh, are you? When do you leave? Tomorrow morning? Because it's 8 o'clock, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning there right now, right?
I think she did say she was leaving.
She's still in the UK. Because I know Joy got in this morning, Mrs. Ireland.
Yes.
But
I think she is leaving in the morning.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning. There you go. I'm asking her like she can answer me but without typing. 1 a.m. Oh, I'm getting good at converting it, but not as good as I should be. But yes. So anyway, we love you, Danny. I hope you have a great time. She's so sweet.
No, I love her.
Me too.
I can't wait to see her.
You're gonna have so much fun. Like I'm so jealous. Like there's gonna be so many amazing humans that are gonna be there, and it's gonna be. You've just like take video the entire time. Like make sure you got.
I thought about wearing a GoPro.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just like put it right here on my.
That's right. It's not a bad idea, actually, because then you catch the only piece of information that I can say about a GoPro is that your height and the height of others could be a challenge, because the first time and the only time I used a GoPro for when I did interviews was at Miss USA 2016, where I interviewed. Oh, do we lose you?
Sorry.
I interviewed. I had the great honor of interviewing Ashley Graham, and if you go back and you look at the footage, I'm interviewing her breasts.
Oh, I would have not thought about that with height difference, especially if it was stationary. But it makes sense.
It was stationary, and she leaned in, and so great moments in pageantry. Now go back and check it out. You don't want to miss it. We got so many hits on that interview, and I was like, why? And then I was like, my husband's like, do you not see why?
I don't mean to laugh, but I know that you have been in that moment where you looked at it at that moment and you're like, at least, you learn from it. I don't know if I would have been able to realize that. So kudos to you for realizing it and fixing it.
Let me see. Hold on. I'll see if I can find it, because it was one of those moments where I was like, I can't. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, I do. Someone actually caught a picture of it, but can you see it?
Yeah.
So the actual footage, because that was actually a photographer person that was behind me that took that picture, but the camera
was lower.
Yes. So learning moment. There you go. Just don't know what live is live, and you can't really undo it once it's there. So
correct.
So that's why this is easy. Well, not easy. That's why this is good practice, because you don't know what someone's going to ask you.
You never know. And,
I think the square root of pi.
Pi is 3. No, I don't know the square root, but I know the first 3 digits of pi.
3.14.
3.141519. It's about as far as I could get.
Oh, I'm impressed.
And here, you know what? It's so funny that you asked me that. One of my really good friends, she loves to bake. She actually started a little bit of a bakery called Shorty with the Cakes, and as a housewarming housewarming present, when she moved, I actually bought her a pie cake.
Ooh,
So
pie
it
cake.
literally had pie around it,
Yeah.
and it was to bake pies, and it was a pie dish.
That's cool. Yeah, I've wondered about that because like every Pi Day, 3/14, I always put it up that we're celebrating pie. Are the kids in the room?
Yeah, my daughter.
Hi.
That's her hair. She's coming in my interview with her
Are you
hair.
coming in? Oh, hello. Come sit with us.
Are you
Hello.
going to come and walk around and say hello?
Hello.
Dude, you can at least say hi.
Well,
Come on, beautiful. Oh, okay. That was all you got was her hair.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Up, I see your tongue. You look like you're bobbing like Spider-Man up and down. Hanging from the ceiling?
Yeah, I guess.
my
I
God.
guess.
How old are you now?
How old are you?
1.
She's 1 now.
Not 1. Aren't you
She's
like
a
9?
really big 1-year-old. Are you 9?
Never.
She's never 9.
10 and a
That's all you
half.
got. 10 and a half.
So almost.
That is correct. That is correct. She is
Almost
10.
old enough to have social media. Oh my gosh.
Nope. Not yet.
Nope. Social media comes with the boyfriend thing when you're 25.
Maybe 35 if you ask her dad.
Oh, there you go. See, as long as there's a plan. So, what does that mean? You're starting 5th grade?
She will be starting 5th grade, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
She left our interview.
She left.
She left. She left. See, she left her interview, Stacey. And a lot of people ask me, why she's not doing Galaxy, and she is just not pageant ready yet. She doesn't want to do pageants right now. She did one pageant, which was virtual, where it was a photo submission, and then the person who received the most votes won. I would love that. And so, she hasn't done that yet. So I'm hoping to maybe talk to Maria about maybe having ambassador titles at one point, some type of deal. Well, who knows? Because she did love coming with me to a lot of the appearances. So she likes that part of it. She likes going and helping. She likes working, but she's not ready to go on stage yet. So it's okay. I'm okay with that. And she never wants to do them. That's fine too.
I mean, that's the one thing, like, we have the Because Smart is Beautiful Princess program because our system doesn't start until 21. But I know there are plenty of girls that see me as a role model, see the other queens, the doctors as what role models, and they want to be part of it. So we started it a year ago. Well, not almost a year ago, with a way for the girls to become involved. And then we do a lot of STEM activities. So I do everything virtually, but if anybody's watched any of my social media, they've seen my current princess, Mina, who is very demure and quiet and soft-spoken, and never would think that she was wanting to be in drama. So maybe your daughter could do it.
I love that because it does give the girls an opportunity to be involved in something, but in a different way.
So it's not competitive, which is good. Because
I'll definitely talk to her about that.
I think I have kind of equated it to like Girl Scouts for pageantry. So there's actually, you're back, but I lost you.
She wants to come on officially. Okay, come on. Sit down so she can see who you are.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Come sit right here.
Why?
Come on. Okay.
Oh.
Come on. Do you like frogs? Why or why not?
Do you like frogs? She's asking you, not me.
Ew. Oh.
Why? No? Why don't you like them?
Warts.
That's toads.
Warts. Frogs don't have warts. She said that toads have warts. So now that you know that they don't have warts, does that change your mind?
I never said that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite subject in school?
Let me think about that. Lunch.
Lunch. Ooh, lunch is a good subject. I have to agree. Like, I kind of dig it too. It's up there with breakfast and dinner, although I would go more towards brunch instead of lunch, you know.
Do you see all this hair though?
Yes, that is a wildness happening there. I love it.
She
Can I
is
borrow?
getting ready. She's getting ready to get her hair done
What
tomorrow.
flavor is it?
What flavor is your hair?
I don't know, man. Hair doesn't have flavor.
You'd be surprised.
Do you want to say bye?
You're welcome to stay with us as
Or do you
long as
wanna
you
hang
want
out?
to. How do
Oh,
you feel about mom being a queen?
What?
How do you feel about mom being a queen?
I don't care.
You don't care?
That's good for you. It's good for you.
She said it's good for me.
I think, and she's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
What's the favorite thing that mom is taking you to that she's done?
What's your favorite activity that we've done together?
Going on the boat at Niagara Falls.
Going on the boat at
I
Niagara
was
Falls.
just gonna
It's
ask,
cold.
how was Niagara Falls? Tell me all about that.
When we went on the boat, we went real close to this waterfall, and it was cold.
Was it scary? No? And were the waterfalls really pretty? Yeah. And I've never been, so like should I drive up there and do it? Do you think it's worth trying? No, I shouldn't.
No,
I
it
should.
takes too long to get up there.
Do you think she should fly?
Should I fly?
Fly. Yeah, that's a better answer than driving up there.
I was
She
gonna
said
say I
she
live
would-
in
she would fly.
Florida, so it would take me a long time because you guys drove from Pennsylvania to Florida. Why are you looking at me in that tone of voice, young lady?
It'd be longer than
see
where
you.
we drive. Well, that's longer than where we live.
Correct. Yeah, so she lives in Florida.
Yeah. Next time.
So
we
do you
go
think she
somewhere-
should drive from all the way from Florida
No.
to Niagara Falls? Or do you think
What's
she
the point
should
of
fly?
that? Flying. Point
Fly.
of driving there
She
and
said
then coming back. No, that's not worthy.
Not worth it. So it was not worth the experience of the drive, but would it be worth the experience if I flew there and tried it?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta
And-
fly there in the summer, not the winter.
Oh, definitely not the winter. No, not the winter. I did the winter in New York. No, thank you. It's just like how much snow shoveling do you do during the winter?
how much snow do we get during the winter that you have to shovel?
I don't know. What?
A lot. Do you remember when we made our?
It died.
It died. It did. It melted.
It didn't live a long life.
It didn't live.
It
very
was not Olaf.
No, it was not Olaf.
was
We
not.
cannot bring it to life.
Oh
Unless
man.
we have a magical top hat somewhere.
Ah, like Frosty. We have to get one. See, there you go.
I know, right?
That's cool though. I used to live in Pennsylvania. I lived in Philadelphia. So you live probably
Oh,
2 hours from Philadelphia?
About 6.
Is it 6?
Yeah, from where we live to drive there, GPS says 4.5, but with
what?
traffic, it definitely takes longer.
Oh, I hate traffic. Traffic
No.
is the worst
Deja
thing.
does not like traffic.
I
Do you want to
not
say bye to Miss Stacy now?
I mean, you're welcome to stay if you want
Or do you
to.
want to hang out for the rest of the interview?
No.
Okay. All right. See ya.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Gotta love it. She's so sassy, but I love it. She just speaks her mind, and that's all you can ask
That's a
for.
good thing, because then that means she's going to grow up and be independent, and you want that. I think that's again, my princess is really sassy. She actually walked into my house the other day. It's been about 4 months. She's Miss Stacy. She's 7, so, and blonde hair, like she's puffball, and she goes, Miss Stacy, I've got a new word for you. And I'm like, what's the new word? She goes, sassitude.
I like that. That's
Okay,
a pretty good
what
word.
is sassitude? And she goes, it's combining sassy with attitude. Sassitude. And I was like, oh my.
I love that. And a lot of people think sassy is a negative, but it's actually, like, to me, more positive. She has a lot of spunk, and when she speaks, she's very animated in her speaking. So that's what I really love about that. And I mean, she's never really actually come on my live. I don't think she
I
realizes.
don't think she's ever done that at any of the
No.
ones we've ever done. So I was like, okay.
We'll take it. I don't think she realizes it's Facebook Live, but that's okay. We'll take it. And
You have this for posterity. You can show her when she gets married.
yes. So that was just really sweet. That was just really sweet that she came in. But I love her reaction to, do you like frogs? She goes, ew, no.
No, thank you. They cause warts. Well, technically they don't, but I know that is a misconception. Frogs are cool. I just saying. I mean, everybody always
I
asks,
like
"You like
frogs.
frogs?"
So
I'm like, I like frogs. But I don't ask that. I don't ask the question because that has anything to do with whether I like frogs or not.
I know you told me why you asked the question, and I think it's such a creative way.
I just realized I have to move I have a frog sash pin, so I'm gonna have to move it to the new sash.
Yes, you will. The one that's hanging behind you.
Oh.
I noticed that. I peeped that.
Yeah, I'm trying to not. I want Esther, our new Ms. Achievement World, to have her time to be able to um, have the spotlight. I don't need the spotlight. I'm a little tired.
I love that. And
It's been a busy year.
I'm so excited for her. I got to meet her during the mock as well. And she just seemed very kind and caring. So good luck to her and all of her endeavors, So I know I'll be seeing a lot from her.
You will. She's just, it's like trying to get your breath back after you get done with pageant, because pageant takes a bit. So that's the plan. So you fly out Tuesday morning early, and then when do you come back?
So I'm actually not coming back until Monday. It was just more economical for me to fly back on a Monday, and the flights were a little bit more affordable for me. So I'm going to take my actual vacation time and have 2 days of vacation time at the end of the pageant.
You're gonna need it afterwards anyways. You're going to be super, super tired.
So. And, I'm really grateful to be spending the time with Miss Bia from my Bias Latina sister, who's now Ms. Latina. So her and I are going to spend.
Wait, she's competing?
She is.
No way.
She is. She's actually we're going to be rooming together. So you'll get to see her a lot.
No, I love her. Oh my God. Oh, the two of you together.
Yes.
Oh my.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Oh.
I'm excited. We met at the Bias Latina pageant last year, and I sat right behind her family. And I didn't even know whose family it was, but I was just cheering for her and just really excited. And at the end of the pageant, their family was trying to take a group selfie, and they have a large family. So I was like, oh, I'll just take that for you, not realizing who it was. And then she came out and introduced us. And then the next day we actually have virtual lunch. So now we just talked about making sure that no matter what we do, if all of her family can't be there in person, we're going to make sure we have another virtual lunch like tradition. So we started a virtual lunch tradition with her family. So I was flying out, but we video chatted each other and ate lunch together, which was really cool.
So she's going to have, because she lives in Texas. So is she bringing fam with her? Do you know?
So that I don't know. I do know that she has family in Texas. I believe that she is currently living somewhere else, but I do know that they still have a house in Texas. So I'm gonna, say that there will be somebody in the audience from her family, of course. But everyone that's going to be there when they're not either in our division or in a different division, they're going to be our family. So that's going to be pretty cool. You hear everybody in the audience cheering for one another. So that's really, really kind of fun as well.
It's going to be cool because Adrian's going to be there too. So Adrian.
Yes, I cannot wait to meet him.
I'm so excited for you to be able to meet him. He's
like
so cool.
In real life, Adrian. I'm super over here fangirling. Fangirling. I'll make sure. Do you want me to print out a bobble, a cutout head, and take a picture?
Stacy's with me.
Because I will. Don't tempt me.
Do you know that for the accomplished American director Heather, her and her kids went on they used to have a flat Stacy that everywhere they went, they took a little cutout of me wearing my crown everywhere around the country. So they drove from Northern California to Orlando so we could go to Disney World together, and every place that they stopped along the way, they took pictures with Flat Stacy.
That's awesome. I love that idea. I love that. Maybe I do need to bring a cutout. But yes, I'm really excited to meet him in person. I told him that I think he's already down in Texas.
Yeah.
I think he's getting to the McAllen area though, like Wednesday. So I know that he's been a little bit above the McAllen area, just hanging out. So I did talk with him just on his live the other day. So I'm excited to meet him in person.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, it was super, super sweet to have someone, to have them like representing me. And then the flat Stacy got to the point where it was falling apart. So they asked me to do another picture for them so that they so that I like every periodic, like they don't do it anymore, but periodically they'll say, hey, Miss Stacy, can you do another picture so that we can have it?
Oh, that is so sweet. I love that. I was
Yeah.
going to take my memorial bear with me to Galaxy,
Aww.
but I don't want to lose him.
I know.
And, you know, with luggage already being so tight, you know, I did print the photo of my family and
How many pieces of luggage do you think you're taking?
Okay, so I am only taking one checked bag and one carry-on and a book bag. So my book bag's gonna be my personal item.
Really?
Yes.
Make sure all of your my fun tip is to make sure all of your competition gear goes on the plane with you into the not into check-in, but everything you need for stage and interview goes into. Can you tell that I've had this happen before?
Yes.
Yep.
And so that's what I did. All of my, I don't know how I got all of my stage competition and my interview gown is all in my carry-on. I really don't know how I did that, because my fun fashion outfit is a little wide. So I just had to roll and roll and roll and
military experience for the win.
Military experience for the win. So yeah, I'm excited. We're actually, when I get off the call, we're about to double check. I'm going to weigh my bags again and go through the packing list just one last time.
Do you know, like, so I am obsessive about packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking. So if I am not packed a week before I go somewhere, I feel unprepared. And we haven't traveled a lot. I mean, during the pandemic, we have had 4 trips. 3 of them were driving and one of them was flying. So 2 of them were to the Keys, which was 60 miles away. The other one was to Disney, and then the other one was to New York. So we went to Disney a couple of weeks ago, and I obsessed about packing. And so I always have a very specific, this is what we're taking. I have I put out my stuff, Mike's stuff. So we have everything. We get to Disney. Mike insists that I did not pack pajamas for him. Insisted. And then, oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. So he ended up wearing the same pair of pants, the same jeans. Get to the bottom of the suitcase the last day we're there, and
Pajamas.
There are his pajamas. And I'm like,
I have pajamas that are also not for the pajama party. So yes, I have an extra pair of pajamas because, you know, you just have to have a couple pair of pajamas.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So what crazy stuff, because we've been talking a lot and it's my fault. This has not been very focused, but you're my buddy and
I love it. It's like I said, it was a combo of interviews, a send-off, such chat. So it's fun. We're having fun.
Gossip. No, it's not a gossip. All right. Tell me what you would like everybody to know about you that I have not asked you about.
I just want people to know that no matter what you've gone through in life, you can get back up and go out and do what you need to do. Something that most people don't know about me is recently I have lost part of my vision, more in my left eye than my right eye. So I have early onset cataracts. And I haven't actually talked about that much yet on social media, because I'm still lucky enough that it is only impacting some of my vision, specifically when I'm driving at night. I am not driving at night as much anymore. And on stage, it will be a little bit impacted from the really, really bright lights. So good thing Maria is to my left on the hosting stage, because I know I'll be able to see her. And so I just want to let everybody know, no matter what obstacles come up, just, get out there, try it again, and just come back. And that will make you a lot stronger. And take it from me that I really wanted to give up. I really thought about never coming back to pageantry before. I really was just going to be done. And I found a system that really accepted me for who I was, everything about me. And that's really what it was all about. So.
And that's the most important thing, is finding the place that you belong and that you feel like it has a heart for you and you have a heart for it. And, and not every system is going to be the right fit for you. So I have said for years, like, check them out, make sure you know about them, talk to the other contestants, talk to other people about it. Make sure that before you do this, that you're investing time and energy and experience, that it's the right place for you to be. So how do they find your journey and follow you on this path forward and possibly beyond? I mean, you're not giving up your title right away, so let's
I'm never giving it up. We don't give up our titles. We crown our successors. Correct. However, I will forever be Mrs. Pennsylvania Galaxy 2021 and 2022. I'm honored, like I said before, to be the first woman in over a decade to represent the beautiful state of Pennsylvania. The last Mrs. Pennsylvania was Wendy Sled, and I believe she was in 2009. And prior to that was Deborah Wright in 2008, who captured the Mrs. Galaxy title in 2009, I believe. So I might have the years wrong, but I believe those years are right. And so I'm just excited. This is not going anywhere. So it's going to be there. But you can follow me on Facebook. It's at Sandahl Taylor, or you can look up Mrs. Pennsylvania Galaxy. And my name is Sandahl. And I'm also on Instagram at Sandahl Taylor as well. Everywhere you can find me, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, you'll find me. There's nobody else named Sandahl, so it's pretty easy.
There you go. And that is based on your German heritage, correct?
So my first name is actually Scandinavian.
Is it Scandinavian?
I did not know that. And it is originally a last name, but I did not get it because of a last name. I got my name because I was named after the movie Conan the Barbarian. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not, but almost everybody that I know has. So I don't see.
So you have to watch the very first Conan with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
And the lady who plays his love interest, she has long blonde hair, is an actress named Sandahl Bergman. And my mom just fell in love with that movie, and they loved her in the movie. So I was named after that famous actress. And I got to meet her just a few years ago at a Comic-Con event, and that was really cool. I talked to her about where she got her name from. She actually got her name from a book called Tilly and the Bean. And that is where my journey of finding my name stopped, because that author is no longer alive. So I do not know where the origination of the Tilly and the Bean story came from. But it was really, really cool. And then I also met I don't know what you want to call them, but I actually met a gentleman who his first name is Taylor and his last name is Sandahl. And we actually met because someone sent me their profile thinking that I was being catfished.
That person. Oh, wow.
So we actually like talked a little bit, and our names are reversed, which was pretty cool to see that there is a Taylor Sandahl out there somewhere in the world. So,
That's cool. Hey,
it's pretty cool.
Fun fact. All right.
Fun fact.
All right. I wish you all of the fantasticness that comes with, I don't like to say wish you luck, because they say that it's bad luck in entertainment to say that before a performance. So I'm like, so go out there, make memories, have fun, take lots of videos and pictures, and make sure that because it's going to be gone in a blink of an eye, and it's been a journey, and I know that it's been a wonderful journey for you. So have fun.
I'm ready. I'm going to have a lot of fun. That will definitely be me. I like being fun. I like meeting people. I like enjoying that moment that everyone has worked so hard for. And, I will say this, and I've said this before, no matter who wins that title, they are going to have been an amazing title holder. Everyone in my division, it is really phenomenal. I've gotten opportunities, chance to speak to almost each and every single one of them, either whether it's online or in person. And no matter what it is, it's just their moment. So I'm excited, and I can't wait.
Jean says, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, my love, hold tight. Let me wrap up the show. And thanks for being on. I love you. I know
Love
we
you.
will do this many times again because we do it at least one time annually during Go Red. So I'm sure we will do
Yes.
it. We do it probably twice a year, right? Pretty much.
Pretty much. And we might even be doing it more often now that we talked about that other thing that we talked about that we can't
That
talk
other
about
thing.
live yet.
We'll talk about it. I'm up for it if you want to do it. I'm totally cool with it. So, all right, hold tight, and let me finish the show. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Again, our crownies are an important part of all of this experience because we can have these great conversations by ourselves, and trust me, we do. But it's better when you're here and you can be part of the experience. We do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, please go like us, follow, and subscribe. Pageantry Now on every format. One of these days, eventually, I will be on TikTok, but I'm not. Thank you so much. Craig, is it Craig? I guess that's Craig. Craig, he's in Texas. So thank you so much. We appreciate it, everybody. And I will see you guys next time. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything else this week. So it's going to be, I think, 2 weeks before I'm on next. So I will see you guys soon. And I hope you'll join us then. Have a great day. Stay safe.